All right, guys. So today I want to talk about something I think all of us should pursue coming up. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Today I wanted to have a discussion I think a lot of us think about, but so few of us actually pursue. What I'm really talking about is passion. I think everybody has a passion for something. Everybody has a passion for everybody has something that they love to do, or everybody has something that they wish they had the ability to do, and I think that touches home for a lot of us, including myself, because there's a lot of things that I have a real passion for, but I find myself making excuses as to why I can't pursue them. And I think that is true for everybody. I think some of us have broken through some of those barriers and finally found ourselves in a spot where we're comfortable taking ourselves out of the comfort zone. More or less, I guess what I'm trying to say is, all of us, we should anyways, a lot of us have day jobs, right? And you hear a lot of times that people will tell you, you should be working in an area that you feel passionate about. And I believe that's true. I really think if you have the means, if you have the ability to pursue a career that you feel passionate about, you should absolutely do it. One thing that I think people don't really talk about is, even if you find a job that you can feel passionate about, no matter what that job is, every single one of us, we're only human, every single one of us are going to reach a point where it's difficult to maintain that passion for whatever it is you're doing. And I think that's just the nature of the beast. And there's nothing wrong with that. What I think a lot of us do, though, is we get complacent, right? It's absolutely not a bad thing that you feel a little bit less passionate about what you're doing. I think the mistake that we make as human beings is thinking that, oh, that's just life. You're gonna get dispassionate about something that you once felt passionate about. And that's just part of being an adult. You have to embrace it, buck it up, they say, and just deal with it, right? And I don't think that's true. I really don't think it has to be that way. And it's not to say, look, I'm not telling you, if you don't feel passionate about what you're doing now, then quit and find something that you're passionate about. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, usually when you lose that emotional joy that you were once getting out of your job, it doesn't mean cut bait and go to something else. Because usually what happens is you might find joy in something else that you do, maybe outside of work, right? And I think it's awkward that a lot of times people will talk about having a passion. Well, a passion is singular. It means one. Why do I only have to have a passion, or why do I have to feel passionate about only one thing? Why can't I have several passions, right? Why can't I get excited? Why can't I have several things that get me out of bed with energy and get me excited every single day? Why can't I have more than one thing that does that for me? Why do I only have to have one passion? That's one thing I never understood. And so, while for me personally, what I do for a day job, I'm passionate about, and I think the people that I work with and, the people that I do business with, interact with, they could probably see that and they would agree. But, like any other job, it doesn't matter what you're doing. There are going to be days and times where your heart is not all the way there. I think you could use your passions outside of work to help drive your desire to work harder at work. Let me explain. So, I love cars, obviously. If you haven't seen my video on my GT350, I do reviews on other vehicles. I love cars. I've always loved cars, right? And there's just a little backstory on me so you understand where I'm going with this. But when I was younger, I was very passionate about tennis. I was pursuing a tennis career for a long time when I was younger. After that, little hiatus because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I fell in love with the idea of being a winemaker. So I went back to school and I got my degree in enology and I pursued a career in winemaking. That was a passion, and then while I was a winemaker, I discovered my love for golf. And so I spent many hours trying to get as good as I could at golf. And then I ran into people throughout my lifetime and I ended up in the car business, and I've been doing that ever since. That's what I do now. And this is just like a side thing that I'm doing. And my vlogging is just a side little fun project that I'm doing. But that's becoming a passion of mine too. And I'm finding, for me personally, and I think this would be true for so many other people, is if you feel like you're getting complacent in your day job, maybe feeding, God, this sounds so corny, but maybe feeding your soul by doing the other things that you feel so passionate about will make you happier and feel more energetic when you are at your day job and it's not at the moment the ideal environment, right? In other words, do something that you feel very passionate about so you can do the things you're not at the moment so passionate about better. Does that make sense? Because I feel like that really resonates with me. And I'm just getting really like one-on-one personal with you guys, right? I don't know, am I the only one that feels this way? Or does it sound like a good idea? Let me know. Tell me in the comments below. But I think that's something that we're missing, and you can't go to one extreme or the other, right? You can't, just say, screw it. I only want to do what makes me happy. I don't care if I pay my bills or not, because that's irresponsible, right? You have to take care of your responsibilities. Yeah, you have to take care of your kids, keep a roof over your head and your family's head. That all needs to stay there, right? You have to maintain your responsibilities. So I'm not saying neglect your responsibilities for the pursuit of your passions. But I truly believe that both can coexist. And why not? People are always saying you can't do something. People are always saying you can't pull that off. Here's the deal. I started my channel because I want to share my passions with you. But the message I think I'm trying to convey today is more about you guys pursuing your passions, right? Not passion. We're not talking about one. If you guys are, if there are multiple things in your life that get you excited, then go after them. Make yourself happy. And I think if you guys pursue your passions outside of work, you'll feel so much more fulfilled and therefore be that much more productive at work. That's my theory anyways, right? So that's enough with the lecturing. And again, this is going to be a journey, not only for my viewers, but more for me, right? Man, this camera just does not want to stay up. Anyways, like I was saying, I want us to grow organically. So here are the things that I'm interested in, right? The things that I feel passionate about. Cars, food, technology, and just generally doing goofy stuff. Like, I can't help it, that's a man-child in me. My wife will tell you all day long, but I think I'm at the point in my life where I want to have fun and pursue not just one of my passions, but many of my passions. And I want to share that with you guys. I think that's one of the greatest things about YouTube is so many people sharing their passions with each other. And I think that's why it resonates so well with literally hundreds of millions of people. It's really taught me something in the last several weeks. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Just me kind of doing the one-on-one. Stay tuned. I hope to grow with you guys. Share my passions with you. Hopefully you share some of the passions, share some of the same passions that I do. And hey, you know what? Let's just have some fun. I'm Michael Baxi and I'm out.